Hey there, ones! Today I want to share some of the signs that your baseline frequency is stabilizing at a higher level, that you're moving into a higher state of consciousness, often described as anchoring in 5D New Earth frequency. So, moving into a higher state of consciousness is usually less about superpowers and more about a fundamental shift in how you process reality. So, while blowing out light bulbs or glitching your phone or affecting your electronics like my frequency device, those are a classic sign of a fluctuating frequency. The more stable, sustainable markers are often internal. So, here are several signs that your baseline frequency is stabilizing at a higher level. Number one, the collapse of linear time. One of the most prominent signs is a change in how you perceive time. It no longer feels like a steady ticking clock. You find it increasingly difficult to dwell on the past or worry about the future. You are pulled into the present moment so strongly that hours can feel like minutes or vice versa. You begin to see events not as a chain of cause and effect, but as a web of simultaneous opportunities. You stop waiting for things to happen and start feeling like they are already present. Number two, radical discernment and truth sensing. As your frequency rises, your BS meter, bullshit meter, becomes incredibly sensitive. This isn't just about skepticism, it's a physical or energetic reaction. You can feel when someone's words don't match their energetic signature. Inauthentic situations or environments become physically uncomfortable, making it easier to step away from drama without feeling guilty. You become naturally protective of your peace. You might find yourself withdrawing from mainstream media or loud, chaotic environments because your system can no longer process the low-density noise. Number three, emotional equanimity, the observer state. In 3D, we often react to life's slings and arrows. In 5D, you move into the seat of the observer. Challenges still happen, but you no longer feel victimized by them. You see them as energetic knots to be untied rather than personal attacks. You feel a deep love for humanity, but you no longer feel the need to fix everyone or carry their burdens. You realize that everyone is on their own perfect timeline. Number four, rapid manifestation and synchronicities. When you are anchored, the gap between thought and experience narrows significantly. You think of a specific topic, and within hours you see a video, a book, or a person discussing that exact thing. You might notice that when you hold a negative or judgmental thought, a small inconvenience happens immediately to remind you to realign. Conversely, when you are in a state of gratitude, miracles and open doors appear effortlessly. Number five, shifts in physical senses and vitality. Your physical vessel has to upgrade to hold the higher frequency, which often manifests as a change in habits. Colors might look more vivid, and your hearing might become more acute. You may find your body rejecting certain foods, like heavy processed food or meat, in favor of high vibration, light-filled foods, fruits and veggies. Your sleep patterns might also become fragmented, where you wake up between 2 and 4. This is the time when the veil is thinnest and downloads are most frequent. For me, I sleep less now, so sometimes I would sleep like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Please note that anchoring isn't a one-time event. It's a practice of returning to this state every time the old world tries to pull you back into fear or lack. Let's shift now to repeating numbers, often called numerical synchronicities. This is a powerful indicator that you are shifting your frequency, but it is typically viewed as a bridge or a ping rather than a final destination. Are you noticing this? What repeating numbers are you guys seeing? So think of this as a GPS signal. The numbers don't necessarily mean you have arrived at the destination of 5D, but they confirm that your receiver is tuned into a higher broadcast. So here's how to interpret these sightings in the context of anchoring your consciousness. Number one, the frequency ping. Repeating numbers are often interpreted as a check-in from your higher self or the unified field. When you see 1111, 222, or 555, it's an energetic handshake. It means your internal clock and the external reality are briefly in perfect alignment. In a dense 3D state, these patterns are usually ignored or unnoticed. Seeing them constantly suggests your DNA and energetic template are becoming more sensitive to the underlying geometry of reality. Number two, evidence of the bridge, 4D, fourth dimension. Many describe the transition as moving through 4D, the realm of thought, time, and astral awareness, to reach 5D, which is unity consciousness. So seeing numbers is a hallmark of the 4D bridge. So for example, in 3D you see a clock and think about being late. In 4D, you see 1111 and realize there is a deeper meaning behind the coincidence. In 5D, you no longer need the numbers to tell you that you are aligned. You feel the alignment as a constant state of peace and knowing. I'm also guided to talk about all 15 dimensions, so I have to create another video for that. Maybe later I would do that. Point number three, the pattern recognition shift. So from a psychological perspective, this is often called the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon or frequency illusion. While skeptics use this to dismiss the experience, in a metaphysical sense, it's actually a sign of conscious evolution. It shows that your brain is literally rewiring itself to prioritize patterns and connections over chaos and separation. So you are training your biological computer to look for the divine order in the world. So you are truly anchoring 5D when the numbers stop being a surprise to you and start being a confirmation. If you see 444 and simply nod because you already feel supported and safe, you are moving from seeking signs to embodying the frequency. The goal is to move from noticing the magic to being the magic. So the first repeating numbers I was seeing years ago was 1111. It's like many times during the day I would see it. So 1111 is regarded as a spiritual wake-up call. It serves as a high-frequency signal that the veil between your physical reality and your higher consciousness is thinning. So think of 1111 as a cosmic green light. It signifies that your current thoughts and intentions are in perfect alignment with your soul's purpose. When you see it, the universe is essentially taking a snapshot of your mind. So it is a powerful moment to pivot away from worry and focus entirely on what you want to create. 1111 acts as a check-in for the present moment. So in a world full of distractions, seeing this sequence is a nudge to stop. Pause what you are doing. Observe. Notice your environment and your internal state. Listen. Pay attention to the whispers of your intuition or a sudden breakthrough idea. Many interpret 1111 as a sign that you are not walking your path alone. It is often seen as a thumbs up from your higher self or spiritual guides, confirming that you are exactly where you need to be, even if the path forward feels uncertain. Some view 1111 as the DNA or binary code of our reality. Just as computers use ones and zeros to create complex programs, 1111 represents the original blueprint of creation. So, seeing it suggests you are becoming aware of the underlying software of the universe and your power as a co-creator within it. 1111 is also a reminder of unity. It bridges the gap between the individual self and the universal whole, signaling a time of rapid spiritual growth and manifestation. Other repeating numbers I later see was 111. 111 is the visionary alignment. What it means is that your thoughts are manifesting in incredible speed. This is a reminder that your internal broadcast is creating your external reality. It's a call to monitor your energy hygiene. If you are thinking from a place of fear, 111 is a nudge to pivot back to your higher vision immediately. I also see 222, the master builder and balance. So what it's saying is trust the process. Everything is unfolding in divine timing. It also often appears when you feel like nothing is happening on the surface. It represents the unseen growth beneath the soil. It's a frequency of divine union and partnership, signaling that your energy is stabilizing into a state of harmony. I also see 333. It represents the Trinity and creative flow. That means you are fully supported by the higher realms, ascended masters, and guides. This is the number of creative expansion. It usually shows up when you're working on a mission-based project. So for me, I'm working on my 6th book titled Grass is Greener on the Other Side, Journey of a Starseed, and I'm also working on the first movie titled Soul Plan. So 333 is to let you know that your team is co-creating with you. It represents the union of mind, body, and spirit. I also see 444, the foundation and protection. It means you are anchored and safe. It is a very grounding frequency. While 5D can feel airy or ethereal, 444 is the universe way of saying we are building a solid physical foundation for this high vibration life. It is often seen as a hug from the cosmic field during intense upgrades. I also see 555, the great transmutation. It means massive quantum change is here. It is the frequency of transformation. It often appears right before a major tower moment where 3D structures like jobs, relationships, or habits fall away to make room for your new earth timeline. It's an invitation to stay in the observer state rather than reacting with fear. Okay guys, I think I have a nudge just now to plug in Vipassana as taught by Essen Cuenca. If you're not familiar with the technique yet, please learn about it at www.dhamma.org, dhamma.org. Another number that I start seeing just this last few weeks is number 77, the path of the initiate. It means you are walking your true soul path. 77 and 777 is the seeker's number. It indicates deep spiritual insight and radical discernment. It's a confirmation that the hidden truths you are uncovering are accurate and that you are successfully integrating your spiritual wisdom into your daily life. I'm glad I'm receiving this confirmation because sometimes I doubt the things that I'm sharing. Obviously I don't want to spread anything that's not true, right? So sometimes when I'm doubting, I actually had to meditate and make sure that I get a confirmation from Spirit that, it's okay to share. This is very prevalent back in 2021 when I had the massive download, when I was crying for 2.5 weeks because I couldn't talk to anybody about it. And so I ended up writing book 2, We Were Indoctrinated, Now What? Anyway, Like I said, if you're not familiar with the different dimensions, I'm going to create a video describing the 15 dimensions. Not 12, we have 15 dimensions. And then you may have to probably go back to this video so you can understand what I mean when I talk about 3D, 4D, 5D. All right, so dear ones, let me know what repeating numbers you're seeing and if you're affecting your electronics too. All right, hope this helps.